In this video, we'll look at enabling elastic audio on tracks. Some features elastic audio offers include the ability to conform audio clips to the session tempo, the ability to manually adjust or warp the timing of an audio clip, and the ability to quantize performances to a grid or groove template. Let's start by looking at how to enable elastic audio on a track. To enable elastic audio, click on the Elastic Audio plugin selector on the target track and choose one of the available elastic audio plugins. We'll talk more about the available plugins in just a minute. Then you can click on the Elastic Audio plugin selector a second time to choose between real-time and rendered processing. There's no difference in audio quality when choosing between real-time processing and rendered processing. Real-time processing gives immediate results but uses more of your computer's processing power. Rendered processing takes a little bit longer but frees up your computer's processor for other tasks. Finally, you'll want to click on the track's time-base selector and choose a samples or ticks time base. Generally, when working with elastic audio, you'll set the track to tick-based so that clips on the track will respond to changes in tempo and meter. When enabling elastic audio on an existing track, you can manually conform the tempo of a clip on the track. Simply select the clip and go to the clip menu and choose Conform to Tempo. Then Pro Tools will automatically contract or expand the clip to match the existing session tempo and conform to any future tempo changes. Before we move on, let's take a look at a couple of Pro Tools preferences that will affect the way you work with elastic audio. First, we'll go to Preferences, Processing, and choose Enable Elastic Audio on New Tracks. With this preference enabled, any new tracks you create will be elastic audio enabled using the default plugin that you specify here. Another preference you'll want to consider is drag and drop from desktop conforms to session tempo. Here you can specify no files, recs and ACID files only, or all files. When this preference is enabled, files dragged from the desktop to the track list or empty space in the edit window will automatically be placed on new tick-based elastic audio enabled tracks. Next, let's take a look at the workspace. Here you can enable the Audio Files Conform to Session Tempo button, which looks like a metronome. When enabled, any audio files you drag from the Workspace browser to the track list or empty space in the edit window will be automatically placed on new tick-based elastic audio enabled tracks. Let's take a look at the available elastic audio plugins. The first is Polyphonic. The Polyphonic plugin is an all-purpose algorithm that works well with a wide range of material. It's the default plugin that's used by Pro Tools for previewing and importing from Workspace browsers. It works best on complex, mixed material. Next is the Rhythmic plugin. The Rhythmic plugin is best suited for audio that has obvious attack transients, such as drums, percussion, and electric guitar. Next is the Monophonic plugin, which attempts to preserve formant relationships, making it ideal for use with vocals or monophonic instrument lines like bass. Then we have the Varispeed plugin. This is the only elastic audio plugin that does not automatically correct pitch when a clip is time compressed or expanded. It's great for creating tape-like speed change effects and for post-production sound design. Finally, we have the Conform plugin. The Conform plugin is a rendered-only process and cannot be enabled for real-time processing. It provides the highest quality time compression and expansion algorithm. However, it can take an extremely long time to process. One common workflow is to use one of the other 4 elastic audio plugins and then switch to Conform when you're finished editing. Now let's take a little bit of time to look at elastic audio analysis. Elastic audio works by detecting transients in the audio file and using them to calculate the native tempo, duration, and meter. In the Workspace browser, you can tell which files have been analyzed by elastic audio by the metronome icon that appears in the Kind column. If I enable Audio Files Conform to Session Tempo, any file I preview will automatically be analyzed by elastic audio. Note that if you preview a file with only a single transient, like a kick or snare drum hit, no tempo will be detected. There are a couple of Elastic Audio settings that you can adjust by right-clicking on a clip and choosing Elastic Properties. Here you can tell Pro Tools that the correct tempo is actually half of the analyzed tempo, or 2 times the analyzed tempo. You can also manually set the tempo and meter, adjust the event sensitivity if Pro Tools has erroneously detected transients in the clip, and adjust the input gain. We'll look at using the pitch shift function in a future video.